Colorado commuters could see major improvements in their drive down the road following the passage of that $1 trillion infrastructure bill in Washington. Good evening, I'm Karen Lee.
I'm Jim Benemann. There is money for ambitious future projects and more immediate needs as well. First, the Highway Administration just approved more than $11 million in immediate money to repair the work, or I should say for repair work on I-70 through the canyon. CDOT says the money will help remove the mudslide mess, stabilize the slopes above, and assess all that damage to the interstate. Today marks exactly 1 year since the Grizzly Creek fire started, whose burn scar has created the mudslides. More money for Glenwood will come from a $550 billion spending package for improving the nation's roads, bridges, broadband, and better drinking water.
This bill is going to help make a historic recovery a long-term boom. Folks, above all, this historic investment infrastructure is what I believe you, the American people, want, what you've been asking for a long, long time. This bill shows that we can work together.
CDOT has a strategic 10-year transportation plan. It's all on this website showcasing dozens of projects statewide. CDOT has not prioritized which project would be first with all that federal money. CBS 4's Rick Salinger joins us from along I-70 to talk more about how they plan to divvy out the money. Rick?
Well, Karen, at the top of the list, roads and bridges. Here along I-70 in Denver, you can see it's out with the old and in with the new, but there's a lot more work to be done, beginning with Glenwood Canyon.
With one of the state's major lifelines cut, it's the federal government to the rescue. The Highway Administration is releasing $11.6 million, which is 10% of what the state wants to repair I-70 and train travel through Glenwood Canyon. It comes as the longer-term Infrastructure Act was passed by the U.S. Senate, to the governor's delight.
We are ready to go. We have new lanes, new transit routes. We have projects to provide more electric charging stations. So we're ready to go.
The money is $5.7 billion for Colorado over 5 years. It is to go for road repairs, sorely needed bridge replacements, improving public transportation, those electric car charging stations, and $100 million to extend broadband internet reach throughout the state. It is not only meant to improve the state's infrastructure, but it will create jobs to boost the economy, which has suffered during the pandemic.
This will really help meet the transportation needs of the state, which is a big deal for our quality of life, right? Because not only is it over $600 per person in lost productivity stuck in traffic, but how do you even put a price on missing your kid's soccer game or not being home in time for dinner?
If it requires passing through Glenwood Canyon, that dinner might get quite cold.
That is true, and the state better not spend all that money just yet. It still has to pass the U.S. House and be signed by the president. Representative Ken Buck, a Republican from Colorado, tweeted this. He said, "It's a bad bill. It will raise the national debt." Live in Denver, Rick Salinger, covering Colorado First.
The plan for Colorado also focuses on climate change mitigation and takes into consideration transportation for cyclists and pedestrians. It also looks at a network of electric vehicle chargers.